Ooh. I'm going wide open for this one. This is the hope is that I can maintain, get a little bit slowly improve the photographic appearance, make better the engageability of the video. I'm going to talk about sports even yet again, briefly. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. It's interesting too because months ago, actually in July, I made a strange, internal deal, if the Tigers make the postseason, that will be a strange cosmological confirmation, because it was so remote, of a couple things that I was trying to get. It's hard to know what to do sometimes, especially when you're in a sea of bullshit, which, sadly, we are all in a sea of bullshit. That's the core issue, and what I would like to address with you, and that is skepticism, and identifying fallacies, and identifying when people are exploiting you, or maybe they're not exploiting you, but they are not well informed, they themselves are ignorant, and so ultimately you are being led in an unsavory or unwise direction by someone that you may trust or whatever. I mean, this is a perpetual theme I'm seeing, and I'm seeing also that people are coming to the conclusion that they can't trust these people, but their personal relationships are preventing them from actually doing anything to improve their lives. And that's because of these really highly troubling power dynamics that are developing. Power dynamics between landlords and their tenants, power dynamics between parents and their children, power dynamics of all types, and they're extremely troubling. And over again, religion is a crux determinant, and religion being utilized to defy people and betray people's own best interest and suppress their skepticism and their intuitive feeling that they're being screwed, because they're ultimately being screwed. People are being guided against their best interests to be manipulated in all sorts of different ways right now, en masse. And they're being manipulated most egregiously by the people that don't mean to manipulate them or aren't manipulating them. They're trying to give them good advice, but because the context is either not complete, or because of the very, very confusing nature of this societal hierarchy, that's just, let me go to this. Familiarize yourself with fallacies. Familiarize yourself with the means by which people will manipulate you intellectually. Fallacies, or distraction, or changing the topic of a question, or changing the goalposts, manipulating distraction, putting you on the defensive by manipulating emotions, or changing things into an emotion, like you don't love me, or whatever. The big thing is deferring to God. Deferring to God is the best one, because you can't argue with God. Anyone who is trying to convince you that they have a closer relationship with God than you, and that they're trying and are exploiting that closer relationship with God than you have, they are almost certainly manipulating you, because how could they have a closer relationship to God than you? And if they did, they would never exploit that relationship. They would never even claim to have that relationship, really. Remember, you will know them by their fruits, And also further, in true Christianity, you're supposed to be given freedom. So anyone that's trying to restrict your freedom on a religious basis, a Christian religious basis, be very, very, very skeptical of that, because it's certainly bullshit. I'm sick of I guess in my personal life, padding around it. I mean, just because in my personal life, I'm seeing so much exploitation of Christianity for the purpose of exploitation that, I'm sick of trying to not call it out because that's what it is. It's people manipulating Christianity for financial, sexual, and other exploitation purposes. Yeah. Oh, smash that like button and all that other bullshit. Even though right now I'm not even promoting this at all. But I will, I think, in the near future.